The agent in your area that has the most listings is not the best agent to list with, and I'm going to tell you why. So let's reframe this a little bit. The agent with the most listings in the area, in the market we're currently in, which is moving towards a normal market very quickly. So the agent with the most listings in an area also has the most unsold property in any particular area. That's a different way to look at it, and a way, if you're thinking of selling, that you should look at it. See, real estate agents, including myself, I suppose, are very good at marketing things which are not necessarily positive, but can be reframed in such a way to look really positive. Like, list with me because I have the most listings in an area. And as a seller, if you're unaware of how the system really works, you may think that's your best option, but then you just become listing number 10, 15, or 20 with them, which means if they have a buyer for a property and you're in that area, you're now competing against all the other listings they have also. It just doesn't make any sense if you really think about it. But in fact, and I won't mention this agent's name, but in my particular very local area, he came into the market at the start of COVID and his business took off. In fact, he did really well, better than anyone else I've seen in the area. Sold properties for way above what they should have sold for. Congratulations, nothing wrong with that. I did the same thing, but his volume was way ahead of mine because COVID put those coattails out for him and he just jumped on and he rode that wave and did very well. Well, now, a couple of years later, things have changed completely. He has the most unsold property in my area because he's still listing properties way higher than what the market can bear, so the properties just sit there. So now what he has to do, he has to reduce the price to get the property sold. And in the business, we call that chasing down the market. So the market's here, he listed here, then the market drops to here, then he reduces the price, the seller reduces the price to here, then the market drops to here, then he reduces the price to here, and so forth and so on. We call that chasing down the market. The main person that suffers in that scenario is the seller. The agent doesn't suffer. The agent's inexperience has caused this situation. They don't suffer because you, for some reason, as a seller, keep rewarding the agent by staying with them and reducing the price. Eventually the property sells, the agent gets paid a commission and moves on, and you lost out on 5, 10, 15, 20% of the value of your property because the agent did not have the experience in this type of market. And I've got a great case example of a property I missed out on in an area called Yandina Creek. I told them this price. Another agent came in behind me, inexperienced, and this is about 6 months ago, told them this price, which was 30% higher than my price. Remember, my price was here. At the time, if they listed where I told them, they would have sold, but they listed way up here. Now, 3 months later, they've had to drop their price below what I originally could have sold it for. So they've missed that market, and they're still chasing the market down. So don't be that seller. If your agent is starting to do this, get out of the contract and call an agent who has at least 10 or 15 years experience in the business, preferably more like me, 35 plus years, because I've seen these markets 5 times before. I know what to look for, I know what to do, and I know how to advise you as a seller. So that's it. If you're a seller, please give me a call and I'll walk you through the process now of a changing market and what you need to do as a seller to not only prepare your property, but also to pre-market it to get it sold. If you're a buyer, still a great time to buy. Give me a call and I'll give you a few tips on how to write an offer to increase your chances of getting accepted in this type of market. And if you're a landlord/investor, give me a call and we can talk about our property guarantees, which we're the only company, as far as I know, in Australia that offers these 2 guarantees. That's it for now. See you all next week.